Hi, this is Misha, and I'm kind of going back over the first contact Star Fleet Federation ships. I did an early video that was definitely not my best work, and anyway, I wanted to get into more depth, and I'm kind of doing individual reviews and things now. I'm kind of trying to do these chronologically, so I started with the Steam Runner, which is still a quite new ship in the 2370s. And then next, it seems like one to come along would have been the Saber here. Either you prefer to spell it S-A-B-R-E or S-A-B-E-R. It's been spelled both ways. So, hey, whatever you like. And much like I said with the Steam Runner video, when Eagle Moss started doing these ships, the less common, still well known but less common ships, is when I became interested in their little collection. Saber is a very small, compact ship, at least relatively speaking. It is a little bit bigger than, say, a Defiant. It's about 190 meters. It's got 6 decks. At least one source claims. That seems about right. A crew of about 40, maybe 50 in a pinch. Since it is a little bigger than the Defiant, I could expect it to have, little more crew. And it has a couple extra decks. Whereas the Defiant is a dedicated warship, destroyer, what have you. The Saber is classified as a light cruiser. It has scientific capabilities. It's capable of survey. It has a small shuttle bay, but still has one, but 2 small shuttles in it. It's a little bit faster than the Steam Runner. We can go a max of about warp 9.7 with the max cruise of about 7. But whereas a ship like, say, the Nova class is a dedicated science vessel, the Steam Runner still has tactical applications. Actually, it's a pretty mean little ship for its size. It has phasers and respectable quantity of photons. We have a very flat head-on profile, making it a smaller target, which is pretty common for all of the later, anti-Borg so-called ships. No real pylons. We do have a engineering hull with a deflector here, and then it kind of has a rear little section. Reminds me of an old style boat, wooden vessel, honestly. Of course, our nacelles are here, with the Bassard collectors kind of going through the pylons here. And we have the shuttle bay, maybe some additional sensors. These are said to have actually pretty good sensors here. At least 5 of these were at the Battle of Sector 001. And we know these were in construction in 2371, although I suspect they were still making them before. And these were very much in the Dominion War. They were used as kind of large fighters or destroyers or kind of flanking ships. The Saber was designed to be relatively fast and inexpensive, efficient, easy to mass produce. Also to be a very durable and versatile craft. And it, by most accounts in the fictitious universe, succeeded. These seem to be built in large numbers and used for a myriad of roles. The idea was to kind of replace ships like the Miranda class and ships like the Oberth, which both had been in service for nearly a century at that point, at least in some form or another. So this kind of complemented both the Steam Runner and the Nova, but in a way was a little more versatile than the Nova, and a little cheaper, easier to produce than the Steam Runner. Neat ship. Now this is the USS Jaeger. And it's interesting, we've already had a Jaeger class ship, the kind of Voyager Kit Bash, so it's a little confusing to have two Jaegers, but so it goes. So it goes. As far as the Eagle Moss model, it is a nice size considering this ship. The top part is the metal, bottom and the nacelles are the polymer. It's a little more polymer-y, has more plastic, it's a little lighter than our previous Steam Runner over there. That's not a bad thing, it still has a nice solid feel, and I like the new Starfleet design aesthetic from First Contact. And it has a good kind of fast, streamlined, almost sports car feel to it. This, like the Steam Runner, was designed originally as a CGI model, very early CGI for First Contact, so pretty low res by today's standards. It was revamped slightly for Deep Space Nine and appeared probably the most there of any of the First Contact ships. There was a lot of Sabers. It was kind of a cannon fodder ship. So yeah, it really did take the place of the Miranda and the Oberth. But the Miranda was in the series too. I would say it's one of the more iconic ships next to the Akira, which we will get to in First Contact. Probably a little more recognizable than the Steam Runner or the Norway. And a neat ship. Kind of bridges the gap between, say, the Defiant and more conventional Starfleet ships, and kind of helps the Defiant fit in a little better too. Well, appreciate you tuning in as always. If you could, like, share, subscribe, and if you haven't, check out some of my other nerdy type videos. This is Misha, and I will catch you next time.